So here we are. We've got a Ask the Drop special, and lately we've had a lot of Lauren coming on the show. And don't get me wrong, she's amazing and she's really good and she looks a lot better than I do on camera for sure. But you know, I thought, fuck it, why not? So here I am. I have my father-in-law Robert and my brother-in-law Kip, and we're just going to sit here and have a couple of drinks and shoot the shit and see what comes up. So, guys, cheers. Thank you very much for agreeing to be part of this whilst you're here on the holidays.
Yeah, Christmas is a special time of the year, and we've always, you came over to New Zealand for one, and there's been a few in between, so it's time for us to get together over here. So,
No, it's been fun, and it's been really good actually to see our families combined. I suppose that's been the big thing, and what I've learned over this time. You know, when I had my accident, one of the big things that really was writ large in my mind was that the idea that because I'm disabled, because I have this impairment, because I'm so different from the rest of society, that finding love, having a family is going to be so much harder. You know, and it was really forefront in my mind going through that. I remember at one point pulling my cousin aside. I was in ICU and I was still tied down. But, you know, getting him to come in and just saying to him, look, you're going to have to teach my children how to kick a footy. You know, I was so focused on this physical aspect of being a father, of being able to have a family, and yet, you know, your daughter, to this day, I still don't know what she saw in me. I was in a very deep, dark place when I first met Lauren. You know, I was still in the grips of post-traumatic stress. I had just broken up with my fiance. I'd just moved from a safety net in Queensland that involved my friends and that who were being deployed overseas to coming over to WA when I first met her. And I really don't know.
Well, only she knows that, doesn't she?
Well, yeah, no, true that, and she still hasn't explained it. Like, mind you, I don't really ask her. I don't know if I want to know the answer. You know, but I don't know. You guys as a family have been, to me, so accepting, have been so open and willing to go. You know, the fact that Lauren is willing to put herself out there and say, yes, I know this is going to be slightly more, and I say this in inverted commas, work, because I'm with somebody who has a disability. It doesn't matter, because it's all going to be so much more worth it. To me, it's been amazing, and you guys have also been part of it.
But see, what we see though is you pretty well normalise everything. So, you know, we get up for breakfast in the morning and get organised, and next minute you roll out and we have breakfast, and then, you know, if you're going off to work, then you head off, jump in your car and off you go, sort of thing. You know, it's sort of what people normally do. That's just the way life rolls, really, isn't it? So we don't see it, you know, different, really. It's
I think other people see it different. I've spoken about this before, that when you take away someone's mobility and physical, we take all of that for granted completely, almost more than anything else. When you take that away, it seems such a massive thing. Whereas, you know, there's so many disabilities that you take it, you think that's easier. But I think it's because being able to just walk out the gate or do whatever you want to do, you never think twice about it. And it's a bit scary. I think when you take that away, that's a big thing that everyone takes for granted and never thinks about. Like before I met you, I'd never met personally or knew anybody in a wheelchair with a disability, and so I didn't really understand what that entailed. Once you understand it and you're a little more comfortable, you go, hey, you know what, being's no different to what you. If you weren't in the chair, I don't think you'd be. I know you've had a life of changes that makes you who you are, but you wouldn't be any different whether you're in a chair or not in a chair. I think once you realise that the chair is really such a small, insignificant thing, suddenly it's just not so scary anymore, and it's very normal.
Well, that's it. And I often say to people as well that my biggest personal disability is actually my mental health. You know, at the end of the day, I have all of these adaptations that allow me to get up and be able to do what I do, and the stuff that you guys are talking about, where it's like, you know, I get up and I go to work, or you know, I am who I am. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. You know, I do all of these things. So I have all these physical adaptations. But what stops me from being able to use them is up here.
Yeah.
And that's really the next frontier when it comes to looking at disabilities and looking at the human psyche. You know, we're evolving to the point where the physical shell doesn't matter as much. Instead, it's looking after what's up here.
Well, that's your biggest limitation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is what you believe you can and can't do limits you more than physically.
Well, you create your own jail. You create your own box, saying, well, I'm no good at this. And that was me. I'm no good at working in an office. I'm no good at doing computer work because I have worked physically my entire life. You know, I was a driller's offsider, I was a builder's labourer, I was in the infantry. That is what I'm good at. I am no good at doing all this other stuff. But in reality, that was only a construct that I created in my own mind. It's what society was telling me. I'm a dumb grunt.
But it's interesting when you look at society, there's people walking around there with physically able, but they have mental issues.
Yes.
And they're struggling from day to day. But to look at them, you wouldn't know.
And that's the hardest thing.
It is.
Yeah. For me, I obviously have some issues going on in the background because of this.
Yeah.
But yes, and I know some absolutely amazing, wonderful people who, just like all of us, just want to be part of a family, just want to be part of society, who just want to live their best life. That's all they want.
Given the opportunity.